Welcome to my networking service. My name is Micah. This is video number 1 of a 5-video series where I will be providing general information about what I do. In this video, I will be answering some questions about my work. So the very first question I'm going to answer is, what do I mean by social networking? So social networking is going to be for anybody looking for new connections in their life. Maybe there isn't anybody in your life currently. Maybe you've moved recently. Maybe there's been a big transition in your life with work or school or family dynamics. And so this is an opportunity to connect to new people, to develop new social relationships. This can also be for those that have current relationships that you don't feel that are as supportive as they can be, or maybe they're just not supportive at all. Maybe they are dysfunctional to a certain extent. So the type of relationships that you can find with my service are working with new people. So these would be coworkers. It could be meeting new people to share your interests with. So this would be friendships. It could be for developing new living situations, inviting someone to live with you or to go live with somebody else. So this would be roommates. Or it could be for those looking to expand their dating pool, for new opportunities for that. So social networking, finding new connections, whether you are currently connected or you are in a state of disconnection, that is what this service is for. So the next question is, why participate in something like this? So what I've noticed in my own life and then just in the lives of others that I've talked to is that we make connections naturally, most of us, fairly easily. And this can be in any social environment. It can be at work, school, through mutual friends. It could be through family members or just family members just by nature. And what I've noticed through that process is a lot of these relationships are just based upon survival. So we're doing it, we're making it work, and that's the function for the connections, is just kind of getting us through another day, each week, each month. So the reason to participate in something like this is it's more strategic. There are more options. We are focused more on compatibility. And so you can kind of take this step back approach to exploring those options, experimenting with the people you meet through this process. And my goal is to help people thrive in their relationships. So to increase relationship satisfaction, to increase longevity. When people disconnect, it's more mutual, or there's more maturity in it. So participating in this ideally would be moving you from the survival relationships to ones that are more centered on thriving and enjoying life. So that would be the reason for participating in something like this. So the next question I'm going to answer is, why do I do this? So why do I do this as a line of work? So I used to work in the mental health industry, and I noticed that there was a problem with social relationships. I did marriage and family therapy for 6+ years, and the solutions that were presented to me to provide to people, I don't think were working effectively. So we're talking medication, we're talking about diagnostic information, we're talking about therapy itself. And so I stepped out of that. That's just one of the reasons I did that. Retired from counseling. And so I believe that mental health is more of a indicator of the satisfaction of our social relationships. So whether we're in a state of disconnection, or you could even have people in your life and you're still experiencing disconnection, that is when mental health starts to deteriorate. And so if a service could provide options for new connections, then ideally people's mental health would improve, because the relationship is providing something beneficial to that person as an individual. So this is my way of solving something I don't feel or experience like the industry is approaching in the right way. I believe there's a conflict of interest with how much money the mental health industry is making off of people, and then I question the results and if anything's actually changing. So I'm doing this because I feel like social networking will help people more than everything I just listed that the mental health industry is currently presenting as a solution. So the final question I'm going to answer is, how old must you be to participate in this service? So the safe legal thing to say is 18 years and older. I like to believe that the older we get, we are more mature and we can provide for ourselves more, which means that we can then give to others more, which gives our lives more meaning. I like to believe that is it helps the process of connection and then just helping develop this sense of community. I also want to believe that younger than 18 is the group that like really needs something like this, but as I'm getting started and developing this, just in the meantime, until I figure out a legal protection for working with people under 18, for the time being, you must be 18 years or older to participate in this service. Like I said, it's just safe for me legally, and until I find a workaround so that we can start facilitating like adoption services and that kind of stuff, I want to move into that direction. So, but just for now, 18 years and older is a safe place to stand as far as participation is concerned. So that's all I have for this video. To learn more about my work history, watch the next video in this series. You can just scroll down my webpage. And other than that, hope to work with you soon.